ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅದೊಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ I will take one more chapter. So in your textbook, the first chapter, relation and function chapter ಬಗ್ಗೆ discussion ಮಾಡೋಣ. So this is very important part for next chapters also. ಈಗ ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸು, ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸು, ಈ ಥರದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನಾಮೆಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟು ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನಾಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ನೌ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ನೌ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PU ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಸೆಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಟ್, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, many things we studied that. And after set in relation and function, again ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ PU ನಲ್ಲೂ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೆನ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್, ನಾವು ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್, ಹೌ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಾದರೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾವುದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ನು, ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒನ್ಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. So students, let me take two sets. Let me take the set A equals 1, 2, 3 and set B 2, 5 sets 2, 5. Okay, now here the two sets A and B. Here I will take the Cartesian product of both the set. We know that Cartesian product or the cross product. We know that how to take that Cartesian product ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, A cross B ಅಂತ, ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತನೂ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now I take that A cross B. You know that ಫಸ್ಟ್ PU ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದನ್ನ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Now I take the Cartesian product. Just here this is 1, 2, 1, 5, 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3, 2 and 3, 5. This is the Cartesian product. In Cartesian product or cross product, how many elements are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 elements. How to get that 6 elements? ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅದು 6 elements ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು? Now listen to me here. N of A means number of elements in the set A. How many elements are there? 3. Yes. N of B. How many elements in B? There are 2 elements. Right? Yes. Now here, if you want to find the number of elements in A cross B, it is equal to N of A into N of B. That is 3 into 2, that is equal to 6. This is the total number of elements in Cartesian product. This is the total number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And also here, in a Cartesian product, that in each element has a pair of numbers. There is a pair of numbers here. Pair. Like that. A pair of numbers. Each pair of numbers are called as ordered pair. So they are all ordered pair. In ordered pair having two numbers, again I repeat, in a Cartesian product, all first numbers means first entries. It is called as a domain. And the second number of each ordered pair are called as range. Domain and range. Right? Domain and range. Then, here, first entry domain, second entry range, in two sets that is A and B. The second set is called as codomain. The second set is called as codomain. Domain, range, codomain. Ordered pairs and number of elements in A cross B, and first entry, second entry and second set. First entry, the set of first entry, that is domain. The set of second entries are called range, and the second set is called as a codomain. This is related to a set and Cartesian product, ordered pairs like that. Okay. Now I take the relation part. Relation or equals relation. First I will take some examples. Then afterwards I will give the definition part for that relation. First take ಒಂದಷ್ಟು examples ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗೋದು. Now here I take the ordered pairs AB as A less than B, that is A belongs to A and B belongs to B. This is the relation R1. Let me take it as R1, relation 1. AB, this is the ordered pair. We are going to write that ordered pair. But in which of the ordered pairs we are going to write there? We should write there in which A less than B. A less than B means in the two entries, first entry should be less than the second entry. First entry, second entry, I mean domain is less than the range. First number, second number kinna small number irbeku. Hagadre now I write R1. Here I write A less than B. A less than B here means 1, 2. 1 is less than 2. And 1, 5. Then 2, 5. 2, 5. 3, 5. This is the R1 A comma B, I mean ordered pair A less than B. This is relation 1. I take R2. This is AB. A greater than B. That is A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Now R2 equals, that is first entry, I mean domain greater than range. So here there is only one element, that is 3, 2. Okay. Now I take R3. Now listen to me. R3 here A comma B. A equal B. A belongs to A and B belongs to B. I mean here the first element belongs to first set, second element belongs to second set. Now here it is equal to R3 equals A equal B. Both are same element here. 2 comma. This is R3. Then R4 A comma B. So A plus B is equal to 6. A plus B is equal to 6. A comma A and B belongs to B. Now here R4 equals A plus B equals 6. A plus B equals 6 means 1 5. 1 5. That's all. 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 5. 1 5 equals 6. Now R5 A comma B, A plus B is equal to 10. Same, A belongs to B belongs to B. Now listen to me here. A plus B is equal to 10. A plus B is equal to 10. 1 plus 2 3, 1 plus 5 6, 2 plus 2 4, 2 plus 5 7, 3 plus 2 5, 3 plus 5 8. There is no such a kind of element. There is no such a kind of ordered page. Okay. Any number will take and we can add them. Will not getting 10 here. 10. A plus B ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪೇರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ 2 ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 10 ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. Now here which belongs to R5 is equal to null set. Null set. Okay. Now here in this case, listen to me now. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ R1 ಬರ್ದೆ, R2 ಬರ್ದೆ, R3 ಬರ್ದೆ, R4 ಬರ್ದೆ, R5 ಬರ್ದೆ, R5 and so on, R6, R7, R8. Now I will come into the point. ಈಗ ನಾನು so I am going to tell you 2 points. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. Just listen to me carefully. 2 points I am going to tell you. First one, ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, R1 complete ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದೇ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, R2 that element here, R3 that element here, R4 that element here, R5 it is also there. I mean R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 and etc. R6, R7, R8 like that. They are all very important point. Listen to me. All the elements in that particular relations, they are all subset of the Cartesian product. Subset of the Cartesian product. Now I will come into the definition part of the relation. Listen to me. It is very simple. Relation is defined as the subset of the Cartesian product. Subset of the Cartesian product. That's all. Subset of the Cartesian product. That's all. It is very simple. Now here, according to this condition, relation is the subset of the Cartesian product. I mean the relation is the subset of the Cartesian product. That is R equals to subset are equal. Maybe it equal to the Cartesian product. Maybe that is equal to the Cartesian product. R is subset are equal to the A cross B. A cross B or the Cartesian product. Finish. That finish. Now here, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ನಮಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂದಿರಬಹುದು. R1 ತಗೊಂಡೆ, R2 ತಗೊಂಡೆ, R3 ತಗೊಂಡೆ, R4 ತಗೊಂಡೆ, R5 ತಗೊಂಡೆ. ಹೀಗೇನೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸೆಟ್ಗಳು ಬರೀಬಹುದು? ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು with respect to these two sets? This Cartesian product. With respect to that Cartesian product, like that, how many relations we are going to write there? How many relations? ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು? ಹೀಗೇನೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ yes, number of relations to frame with respect to the Cartesian product. Number of relations. So here number of relations that here 2 to the power mn. It is very important part. So it is very important for CET also. So total number of relations to frame with respect to the given two sets with respect to the Cartesian product, then that is 2 to the power mn. Here with respect to here how many relations can be framed here? How many relations? Here total number of relations with respect to that Cartesian product 2 to the power m cross n, m into n. M into n means 3 into 2, that is 2 to the power 6. 2 to the power 6 means 64 relations can be framed. 64 relations ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. So now here, so this is related to that relation. ಈಗ Cartesian product ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Now here, so instead of A cross B, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ನೋಡಿ, A cross B, B cross A ನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. Okay, we can take B cross A also, but here A cross B not equal to B cross A. A cross B not equal to B cross A. Now here totally with respect to the Cartesian product, we can take A cross B, we can take B cross A, and we can take A cross A with respect to the same set. So this is related to Cartesian product and the relation, and totally the relation. Totally here one word in one sentence. Relation is the subset of the Cartesian product. Subset are equal. Maybe equal to Cartesian product or subset of the Cartesian product. This is related to relations. This is related to relations. Okay. Now let us discuss the types of relations. Types of relations. ಈಗ one by one ಈಗ again I repeat, ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎರಡು ಸೆಟ್ ಬರೆದೆ ನಾನು, 2 sets ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So how to take that Cartesian product? We know that in that Cartesian product ordered pairs, in ordered pairs first entry and second entry and second set, domain, range and codomain, and then in that number of elements in that Cartesian product. Then how to take that relation product? Relation is the subset are equal to the Cartesian product. In that subset, how we are going to mention what is the relation? Here we know that there is a relation here. There is a relation. In this element, there is a relation. What is the relation? A less than B. That is the relation. Here, A less than B. Now we are going to write that relation as A or B. A or B. That is the relation. A or B, or like this, A or B. A or B. A relation to B. A relation to B. A or B. Okay. So this is related to relation. Finally, how many relations we can frame? 2 to the power m into n. 2 to the power m into n. M into n means 3 into 2. Because here we have 3 and 2 elements respectively. There 3 elements in A, 2 elements in B. That's why here 2 to the power mn, 2 to the power 3 cross 2, 3 cross 3 into 2, that is 2 to the power 6, that is 64 elements, 64 relations we can frame them with respect to that given Cartesian product. I will take the types of relations one by one. First one, empty relation. Empty relation. So here empty relation means, listen to me, any element of A not related to the any element of B, then it is called as the empty relation. In A cross B, here in A cross B, so I will take one empty relation. Here again I repeat, that any element of A not related to any element of B, then it is called as an empty relation. Example, I will take example for this A cross B. In A cross B, the relation or it is A comma B. Here A minus B equal to 0. Now listen to me here. 2 minus 4, it is not 0. Here also not 0. Here also not 0. Here also not 0. Here also. Therefore, R equals null set. I mean empty set. So there is empty relation. This is the relation. There is no element. This is called as empty relation. Let me take one example. Here in a girls' college, I will take one relation. There is an order pair. There are 2 members, 2 persons. A is the brother of B. In two members I will take, two persons I will take in girls college. In girls college, the set whole Cartesian product, you know, that is the girls college. In a girls college, the two persons, one person is the brother of another person. There is no chance to getting any brother in girls college. Therefore, it is empty relation. It is empty relation, right? So ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನೀವು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಏನು ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಡ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಥಿಯರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಐತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್, ಆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಏನು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, universal relation. Universal relation. Now here in Cartesian product, I mean in set A and B, all the elements of A are related to each and every element of B. Each element of A related to each element of B. Each element of B, it is called as an universal relation. Universal relation. Again I repeat. Here all the elements, I mean every element of A related to that every element of B, then it is called as an universal relation. Universal relation anta ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ A ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ B ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. I mean universal relation, I mean in A and B, in A and B set, in A and B, universal set is A cross B. Universal set here A cross B. I mean all elements of A related to each element of B. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಟಿಷಿಯನ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That is universal relation. And third one, identity relation. Identity relation. Now here in set A, A cross A, the Cartesian product A cross A. Here each element related to itself. Then it is called as an identity relation. In A cross A especially, that is the relation, a set is Cartesian product with the same set. I mean A cross A, B cross B, like that. So here for identity relation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ each element of A related with the same element, then it is called as an identity relation in A cross A. Here, so it is denoted as IR. It is equal to, that is here identity relation here in A cross A, here 2, 2, 3, 3 and 5, in A cross B. This is the identity relation. This is called as an identity relation. Again I repeat, empty relation, universal relation, identity relation. This is called the types of relation. Now I am going to take major part of relation. Major part means major types. We are going to discuss the major types, and also by using that types of relation, we are going to do the questions. Example ಗಂಡ ನಾವು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೇಜರ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. then how to take that and ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. Now one more type, that is inverse relation. How we are going to express that inverse relation? Here actually I take A cross B. Here A cross B is equal to 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Okay. Now I take relation R. Relation A cross B. I take here A greater than or equal to B. A greater than or equal to B. Or A greater than B, A less than B. I take A less than B. R equals to, this is the relation. This is the relation 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5 and 4. This is the relation. This is the relation. So now I am going to take that inverse relation. Inverse relation means, so here R inverse is equal to, just we will take that domain and range as interchange. Here 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, 2, 5, 2 and 5, 5. Okay. So here actually in relation A less than or A less than B. In relation A less than B. In inverse relation, that is inverse. Inverse means A greater than B. Or here, or else here A less than B in relation. In inverse relation B less than A. B less than A. Like that. Here actually the domain of R, you know, here the domain of R, here the range of R inverse. Now here I write domain of R, it is equal to range of R inverse. That is the R is equal to R of R inverse, and range of R is equal to domain of R. That is R of R inverse is equal to R of R is equal to domain of R. This is the relation. This is related to that inverse relation. Now this is inverse relation. Now students, now I am going to take major part of the relation. Major part. So we will answer the question. We can answer the question by using the major part. ಈಗ ಮೇನ್, ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮೇನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಐತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನೀಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. Let the set A and A cross A. The first type reflexive. When the set we call it as a reflexive. Reflexive means R equals, that is A cross A, and here A belongs to A. Both A cross A means identity relation. We know that the element is related to itself. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, like that. It is reflexive relation. And second, symmetric. Listen to me now, symmetric. Here R equals, here A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A is also R, where A and B belongs to A. So this is the symmetric property. Reflexive, symmetric. So reflexive, symmetric. Listen to me here. A comma A. Here A comma B belongs to R, which implies B comma A belongs to R. I mean, somewhere you get 2 comma 3, then again you should get that 3 comma 2. If there 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2, then it is a symmetric. Then transitive. Here R equals, listen to me carefully, here AB belongs to R, comma, BC belongs to R, which implies AC belongs to R, A, comma B, comma C, they are all belongs to A. This is transitive. Transitive. Here reflexive A comma A element itself. A comma 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, like that. And symmetric. In symmetric, AB belongs to R, which implies BA belongs to R. AB belongs to R, BA belongs to R. 3 comma 2 anta idre 2 comma 3 irbeku. 5 comma 2 idre 2 comma 5 irbeku. Then it is reflexive. Transitive means AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, and AC belongs to R. 1 comma 2 belongs to R, 2 comma 3 belongs to R, which implies 1 comma 3 belongs to R. 1 comma 3 belongs to R. This is transitive. This is transitive. Now here, if a relation is reflexive, comma, symmetric, and transitive. If the relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then it is said to be an equivalence relation. This is one of the important. Here actually, if you have the relation, just you are going to check whether it is a reflexive, it is a symmetric, whether it is a transitive. If it all reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then it is said to be an equivalence relation, and it is called as an equivalence relation. Okay. Now here, let me take one example. I will discuss with you each, either is it a reflexive or symmetric or transitive. If all, then only it is said to be equivalence relation. So let us discuss that. One example, I will take one example and I will discuss with you whether which belongs to that reflexive, symmetric, and a transitive. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I take the relation 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 1, then 1 comma 3. Okay. Now listen to me here. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. Therefore, it is reflexive. Okay. Here 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. Therefore, it is reflexive. Here 1 2 belongs to R, 2 1 belongs to R. 1 2 belongs to R, 2 1 belongs to R. Therefore, it is symmetric. But here 1 2 belongs to R, then 2 3 belongs to R, then 1 3 belongs to R. It is transitive. Better how to write this 1 3, you know. So here 2 3, 1 3, 3 1, and 3. For all elements, I write that. 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. It is reflexive. 1 2 belongs to R, 2 1 belongs to R, 2 3 belongs to R, 3 2 belongs to R, 1 3 3 1, like that. Any one pair here. And 1 2 belongs to R from 2. This is AB, this is BC, then this is AC. 1 3, this is AC. Okay. 1 2 belongs to R, 2 3 belongs to R, then 1 3 belongs to R, then it is transitive. Then the given relation is said to be an equivalence relation. Now here, for example, this is the relation. This is 1 1, 2 3, and 3. This is, listen to me here. 1 is only there, therefore it is not reflexive. But here 2 3 belongs to R, 3 2 belongs to R, therefore it is symmetric. But it is not reflexive, it is symmetric. But 2 3 is there, 3 2 is there, and A comma C not is there, not belongs to R, therefore it is not a transitive. So the given relation is the symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Only the symmetric. Again I repeat, the given relation is symmetric. That is symmetric but neither reflexive nor transitive. Like that. Okay. Now 1 2 2 3. This is 1 3. Listen to me here. 1 2 2 3 1 3. So here it is not reflexive. It is not symmetric, but it is transitive. The given relation is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. Neither reflexive nor symmetric. Okay. This is related to the complete relations and functions. Relations and functions. Next class ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿವ್, ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಟಿವ್ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಈಕ್ವಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರೋಣ. ಓಕೆ. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟೋಟಲಿ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಮಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಟೋಟಲಿ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 1 + 2 + 3 + 5, 1 + 2 + 3 + 5, ಟೋಟಲಿ 11 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ 4 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್, 3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್, 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್, 11 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ 11 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್. ಹೇಳೋ ಥಿಯರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೋತೀವೋ, ಏನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಬಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬರೆದು ಕಳಿಸಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಫೈ. ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.